An MSU student and Zeeland native is sharing her story of survival tonight.
Marcy Creevy was in the Union building last week where one of the shootings occurred.
13 on your side's Carla Byron is in our newsroom now with her story. Carla.
Well, guys, she's still processing through all of her emotions, but her main reason for speaking out is she hopes there may be things people can learn from this horrific situation.
It was like a deep voice. It was like, that's the shooter. Like my first thought, I was like, that's the shooter, and he's gonna come into our room and, you know, like, we're gonna die.
Marcy Creevy of Zeeland was studying at the MSU Union when shortly after 8 p.m. Monday, she noticed red and blue flashing lights outside. She saw SWAT with police pointing their rifles up to the building.
That's when I heard a woman scream, running down the hallway, yelling shooter, and at that point I was just like, my instincts just like flipped on somehow.
She also heard a possible gunshot. It was fight or flight and tactical instincts that kicked in. She shut the door, turned off the lights, and hid underneath a desk in another room with fellow terrified students.
I wasn't crying, like nothing, like I didn't even feel scared, and that's crazy to say, but I didn't even feel like, okay, like we're about to be in so much danger. I was just so much focused on the people around me and making sure that they were okay.
She even heard who she thought was the shooter at one point, but her focus remained on keeping her fellow students calm. She was also thinking about her own family.
Just kept saying, like, I promise everyone we're gonna be safe. I promise you we're gonna be safe.
Eventually, the police came and guided them out of the building. Still fearful the shooter was on campus, she and her fellow students took shelter inside a nearby restaurant until family members came to pick them up. Getting over this ordeal isn't going to be easy, but Creevy says they will all be Spartan strong together.
Knowing that we have such a great community and I have such a great support system is, I think, what's going to get me and all of us through it.
There are dozens of mental health resources available on MSU's campus following this shooting. To learn more, you can visit 13onyourside.com.